Hey everyone, it's Joe. It's Sunday the 13th of October on a very chilly afternoon here in London. So it's been a while since I've given you guys a garden update. So I thought as we're in autumn, we'll give you an autumn tour. So let's start with my avocado trees, which are in pots. These are grafted avocados. This is my Mexicola Grande. Beautiful tree here, guys. This is put on quite a bit of growth over the summer. And even though it's been cold, down to 3 degrees Celsius at night, this tree has had no issues whatsoever with the cold temperatures. This particular avocado is in a large box pot here with quite a bit of mulch to keep the soil nice and moist and the roots nice and warm. That's my Mexicola Grande. We do have another one over here, which is nice and green, but not as vigorous as my other tree. This one was actually quite sickly over summer, so it's nice to see it greening up a bit. So that's the Mexicola Grandes. Over here we have a beautiful seedling bacon avocado here. Look how pretty these leaves are, guys. Nice pink purplish leaves here. Quite vigorous actually. You can see where the seed is right here, and we've got this strong stem, firm stem, pushed out of that seed. So that's the bacon avocado. I'll probably graft onto this with either a julienne avocado or maybe the Mexicola, because it is a vigorous rootstock. Beautiful. Now over here in my mini greenhouse we have some miracle berry seedlings here. Surprisingly, these guys, I haven't even put the cover down on this over the cold temperatures, and they've had no issues with the cold. So that's seedling miracle berries. We have a larger one here that's doing really well. Over here we have Jaboticaba. I've got 3 of these planted from seed. Really cool. And then we have some citrus trifolates starting to lose their leaves here. I think this is Flying Dragon, if I can remember, not too sure. But yeah, really cool. Let me just put that one down. Now, there's nothing in here that we can see at the moment, but I did plant some papaya seeds in here from my papaya that had fruited. Over here, we have a mango that's been out in the cold. This is a starch mango. Seedling anyway. And then we have a ruby clementine over here. We have a limeberry plant. Guys, I'm just rushing through this video. I don't want to be too long as it's pretty cold out here. Over here we have rose apple seedlings. No issues whatsoever with the cold. Beautiful leaves. And then we have some pink guavas, Colombian pink guavas. And up here, we have a number of lemon guava seedlings, or Cattleya guava. These are really healthy, guys. I will probably bring them indoors at some point. I don't want to lose these over the winter, that's for sure. I have at least 7. And I'll be looking to sell some of these, probably in the spring. Have more over here, and over here we have my julienne avocado grafted onto Mexicola seedling rootstock, and these are doing really well. They've had no issues with the cold, but these will also come indoors at some point. Beautiful specimens. You can see the grafting tape beginning to peel off there, and then we have a smaller julienne avocado over here. Moving on to my white sapote seedlings. You can see they've been a little bit eaten by the slugs and snails, and even on the stem here, guys. But we do have some new shoots here, and there's another one over here doing pretty well. Let's have a look at the stem. Nice and thick here, guys. So yeah, no issues with the cold at the moment. Now we have some Mexicola seedling avocados here. No issues with the cold and looking nice and green. Now over here we have one of my papayas which I grew from seed. This is the one that gave me that first fruit, my first ever fruit from this tree. Now it's going to have to come indoors. It's starting to flower. Not sure if you can see that. And I definitely want to get some fruit from this tree next year. But yeah, a pretty hardy, tough tree, these papayas. Right, let's head round. We're not going to show you the fig tree as I've just done a video on my Dominico Toro fig tree. But I did give it a heavy prune, as you can see. Okay, starfruit tree. This needs to go indoors. Starting to suffer from the cold, but still a pretty tough tree here. We have my Australian finger lime, which promised a lot of fruit over the summer, and unfortunately they all dropped for some reason. This is still a tough tree, and hopefully next year we'll get some fruit from this. Over here we have a pink guava. I grew this from seed a few years back, and you can see, man, guys, this is a nice thick branch here. Turn it around, you can see some more branches coming up from the roots. But yeah, no issues with the cold. But again, this will go indoors before any frost comes. Here's another papaya, doing really well. Even in the cold, you can see we've got flower buds beginning to develop. So I want to get some fruit from this tree. Onto my pomegranate tree. This was planted last autumn. So it's only been a year in the ground, or just under a year in the ground. And it's actually produced some fruit. Now guys, these are quite small. But I mean, considering it's only been about a year in the ground, I'm pretty impressed, and we've had a pretty dismal summer. Look at that, pomegranates here in London, UK. Over here we have my seedling pomegranate tree, which is beginning to go into its autumn colours here. So that was just a siren, police siren. But yeah, this pomegranate's starting to go into its autumn colours. But it's put on a lot of growth over the summer. A beautiful specimen. And it produced a lot of flowers this year. No fruits, unfortunately. But I'm hoping next year we'll get its first fruit from this tree. You can see the multi-stem here. Very beautiful tree. Now, let's move on to my Pakistan mulberry. This is the white shatut, or white Pakistan. Guys, this tree is a monster. I mean, you can see the trunk down here. It's branched off two branches here. And I mean, it's put on a lot of growth. Even when I've pruned it back, it just grows back even more. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this tree in this spot, because I'm sure it's going to grow massive. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below. But that's the Pakistan mulberry. Over here we have my banana clumps. This is the Helen's hybrid banana. Guys, a tough variety of banana. A couple of winters ago it died right back to the roots. But you can see we've got some pups here. And I mean, look, it's huge. Absolutely huge. So I'm hoping that this will get through the winter. I will protect it, and we'll get some fruit next year. I've actually taken one out of the ground, and it's in a pot. And I will be selling these, guys. So if anyone's in London or willing to travel down to London to buy a Musa Helen's hybrid, let me know. Moving on to my pineapple guavas. Beautiful specimens here. We have the Triumph. Now this one is shaded, but it has produced some fruit here. It had a number of flowers over the summer. This is quite small, the Triumph variety. And I may take this one out of the ground and put it in a pot, or even maybe sell it. But we've got some fruit down here. Now, I'm definitely willing to sell this one, as I've grafted the Triumph onto my main onto my unknown variety. Well, actually, I've called it the bubblegum variety, as the fruits taste like bubblegum. So I've grafted the Triumph onto here, and it's taken, as you can see. And we have a number of fruit. Some are smaller than others. Some are quite large. Onto the bubblegum variety. We've got some large ones inside the canopy. These ones are quite small. I'm hoping, oh, here we go. That's a nice size here, guys. So that's the bubblegum variety of pineapple guava. Moving on to my Prima Pawpaw. You can see it's in full autumn colours here. Beautiful tree. Produced loads of flowers for me over the spring and summer. But unfortunately, no fruit this year. We can see signs that it will flower next year. And hopefully we'll get our first fruit from the Prima. This is an Italian, apparently a self-fertile variety. Moving on to my Allegheny Pawpaw. You can still see it's nice and green. Not into its autumn colours as yet, but it has put on a lot of growth. You can see the trunk down here. It's well, oh, there's Cooper. Hello, Cooper. It's well mulched, but healthy pawpaw here. And then we have a Susquehanna. This is starting to go into its autumn colours here. And this has also put on a lot of growth over the summer. Now over here in my raised bed, guys, we have lots of Mexicola avocado seedlings. So I put them in the raised bed as I went on holiday to Spain, and I couldn't look after them. Well, I couldn't water them, obviously, so I thought, let me put them in a raised bed and let the rain water them, and they've survived really well. I have a green pepper down here. Pretty cool. Right, in this spot we have my Sanguinello blood orange tree. Beautiful tree. It's put on so much growth and looking really healthy. I'll have to bring this indoors too. I want it to start to flower again and hopefully get some lovely fruit next year. Over here we have the Mammoth pineapple guava. Now again, this one flowered profusely over summer. And we do have fruit, but these are actually quite small, surprisingly. Not mammoth at all. Now I have had fruit from this tree and they've been absolutely delicious. I had fruit when it was in a pot. So maybe it still needs time to establish itself. We've got some fruit down here. Over here we have a loquat tree. Very healthy, putting on some nice new growth here. This is a seedling, but I have grafted onto this tree an Algeri variety. And let's see, you can see the graft is starting to push out some new leaves here. So that's taken. I did graft onto here the Roseanne variety, but unfortunately that graft, although I thought it took, it died, so I had to pull that one out. Now over here is my Nikita's Gift, or apparent Nikita's Gift persimmon tree. Let's just step back a bit. You can see it's put on a lot of growth, guys. I mean, look at that, really bushed out. Unfortunately, it's only produced one fruit, and this fruit is actually quite small. Let's just go into there and show you. I mean, look at that, guys. It's quite small, but you can see it's changing colour, so hopefully this will be a nice, sweet, delicious fruit. But there we go. So that's an apparent Nikita's Gift persimmon. You can see my olive tree here, towering in the garden here. Beautiful olive tree. All right, moving on to my jujube trees. I did an update about 3 weeks ago. And let's move a little bit closer to my unknown variety. Now, some are smaller than others, but they are starting to turn a bit brown. I mean, this one's really, that's gone, that one. Now, apparently the weather's supposed to warm up a bit next week, so hopefully these will begin to ripen for me. There's a larger one. There's a cluster of decent sized fruit over here. I mean, this is a lot of fruit, guys. First year that this has produced so much fruit. And some are a good size. Let's just climb up this ladder without falling. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. More over here. Decent size jujubes. Even though we had a dismal summer, we've got a lot of decent sized fruit all over the tree. So that's my unknown variety jujube. Over here we have I forgot the name of this. Well, it's a jujube tree, but what's the variety? It is a lang. Now, this lang in previous years has given me some large fruit, but strangely, it's only got small size fruit this year. I have no idea why, but never mind, that's life, that's gardening. All right, moving on to my Roseanne loquat. Now, this was blown over in the wind, was it early spring? I can't remember. So I had to take it out of the ground and replant it. So this is going to take a while to recover. But it's still alive. It's the Roseanne. All right, let's step back and show you my persimmon trees, my other varieties. So this is the Rojo Brillante. And in previous years, this has given me very large, delicious, sweet fruit. This year, unfortunately, I think I've only got 2. I have no idea why, but at least we've got a couple. You can see this one here. That's quite a decent size, guys. The Rojo Brillante. It's like a little apple. And we have another one somewhere around here, but I'm not gonna try and get into it. It's like a jungle. But I will show you the Chocolatino. I'm gonna have to climb up onto the shed to show you the Chocolatino fruit. Okay guys, so we're on top of the shed. We're gonna take a look at my Chocolatino persimmons. Look at this, guys. Beautiful sized fruit here. Starting to change colour. We've got another one over here. And we've got a number of fruit into the canopy here. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully having some sweet, delicious Chocolatino persimmons. I'm definitely going to have to take these off before any heavy frost, as last year I left them on way too long and the fruit were absolutely horrible, very mushy. Now over here we have a Spanish black fig tree. I've given it a prune. I still need to cut some more branches off this tree. So if anyone's interested in having some Spanish black fig cuttings, let me know and I'll be more than happy to send you some. This is a delicious variety. Unfortunately, because of the lack of heat this summer and autumn, most of these figs, main crop figs, will probably not ripen. But look here, guys, we've got a lovely dark fig here, which hopefully will ripen in the coming days. This is a very sweet, delicious variety. Okay guys, that's just I did say a brief update, but it's taken a while. An update on my garden in autumn. If you've liked this video, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate you subscribing. Happy gardening.